Okay, here's a quiet area to practice our presentation. It's imperative that we impress upon the command center the significance of the rapid spread of the strain. It's only been present for 4 years and is taking hold quickly.
We should post this definition of first apocalypse to save time.
Great, because we really need to spend our time demonstrating how we've uncovered what we feel is a new strain, the MakeShift strain.
Behavioral tracking is the perfect epidemiological tool, since the first apocalypse presents as changes to behavior and thought patterns in people exposed to first concepts like gracious professionalism and cooperation.
Right, and identify the populations at risk. In this case, the target population is those interested in science and technology, but we can demonstrate the effect on the general population as well.
Changes are more dramatic in those exhibited in similar subjects with an interest in science and technology. What makes this condition significant is that victims begin to work collaboratively. This morbidity actually sounds positive, not dangerous at all.
That aside, we need to emphasize how MakeShift is a new strain and say how unique it is. Firstly, their name, MakeShift, was inspired by a team's roots of having very little support and, despite this, being able to build success. They started in a school with no on-site computer science programs, no wood or metal shop facilities, and no actual physical space to occupy.
Right, do the best with what you have. Again, it all seems good.
Yes, but it appears that this attitude and proven success means that MakeShift inspires others by showing that achievement is possible despite lack of resources. They spend time in goal setting and have achieved their 5-year technical and outreach goals ahead of schedule, and this further feeds the exponential growth of the condition.
We can see the significant spread of this virulent strain when we review our epidemiological chart.
Look at the changes within the school. A school with no on-site computer science program, St. Mary's Catholic Secondary School now has an all-girls coding club and has integrated programming activities into the math curriculum.
Specialist High Skills major curriculum is integrating robotics learning at St. Mary's, and their first 2 students are currently completing a robotics co-op.
Okay, let me get this straight. So before MakeShift, a teacher with a computer science background had no opportunity to teach this, and now she's able to share this with her students? This has helped her grow as well as her students, hasn't it?
Look at the effect the MakeShift strain has had on the Hamilton Wentworth Catholic District School Board. Advocacy from MakeShift has resulted in St. Mary's receiving funding for their existing team, as well as funding for other team startups in Cardinal Newman, FRC Team 4618, and in Bishop Bryan, FRC Team 5406. They also provide funding to any elementary school that wishes to start an FLL or junior FLL team.
But this is truly cool. This year, the board science fair has been retitled the Science, Engineering, and Robotics Fair, which hosted an off-season FLL event. It seems all these activities benefit the students.
St. Mary's is accelerating this spread of STEM education and growth of FLL at feeder schools. MakeShift supports 17 FLL teams, 4 rookie teams this year, affecting approximately 220 students, as well as 30 junior FLL teams, even 12 outside of their school board.
The team developed the innovative FLL Saturday, in which teams come to St. Mary's to benefit from MakeShift support and learn from other FLL teams. Not only does this approach allow for more efficient support to sustain teams, but it also models gracious professionalism.
They're also a role model to others like Cardinal Newman and Bishop Bryan, sharing mentors and equipment. And get this, I think we should really emphasize their Boost Award. Monetary support given to other teams with first potential to allow them to also spread. It's truly diabolical.
McMaster University has also been infiltrated. The team has provided robot demonstrations at their LEAP summer camp, scholarship advocacy, and the McMaster mentors have developed McMaster Robotics.
Again, this is a win-win for everyone. The mentors are able to complete co-op terms and sponsor companies. The team greatly benefits from the mentors' support and expertise, and the mentors benefit significantly from team involvement.
It's getting hot in here.
Outreach events have exposed the broader community through extensive participation in things like the Terry Fox Run with their team's robot and participating in the Robots Roll display at the Ontario Science Centre.
To really get their attention, we need to show spread or threat of spread outside of Hamilton, Ontario.
Well, MakeShift assists FRC teams in other communities, like helping FRC Team 3683, Team Dave, with the FLL Waterloo Practice Tournament, and volunteering at the Niagara FLL Qualifier for 3 years.
True. And in New York City, MakeShift facilitated a cooperative scouting experience to model this strategy, as well as actively shared parts and expertise, including purchasing and bringing batteries solely for international teams.
This is amazing. In their 4 years, MakeShift has stimulated a spread to the Dominican Republic by sending down donated Lego and team shirts with their School's Dreams outreach project.
They've also presented first to their sponsors, including one that has international ownership in Finland and Japan, hoping to one day open up these countries to the first experience. Wow, that is fantastic.
We have to admit, we have benefited from their telepresence concept, being able to monitor them without exposing ourselves to the contagion. Yes, they plan to use this technology to allow those who don't have access to St. Mary's to attend meetings remotely.
Wait, I'm getting confused. How is this all a bad thing?
Seems MakeShift has been successful in a very short time, doing the best with what they have, enhancing learning experiences within the team itself, the school, and the entire school board. Those involved in the team help out, but also grow and learn themselves.
They're a role model to other FRC teams and communicate their excitement of science and technology in multiple venues. They have innovative ways of approaching this task, including telepresence.
They have also shown incredible first growth, which attracted us to them as a place to complete a field study.
I think our perspective has shifted. Where do we go from here?
I guess our messages to command will be different now. We'll be hoping to make the shift in the perception of science and technology.
I guess our apocalypse analogy was correct. Not a negative end, but the idea of good triumphing over evil. We just didn't see it clearly before. Thank you for your attention. My name is Sarah.
I'm Maya.
And I'm Nathan. Do you have any questions?